garden tour, August 5th, 2024. So, season's going pretty good. It's been a little while. Been pretty busy. Haven't had a chance to make much videos, take many pictures, blah blah blah. Anyways, you can see my little baby corn here. I can't remember. This may have been knocked down at the last point I made a video, but it may not have. I sized this down. Yeah, I think it was down. I think the thing I hadn't done that is going to be new is that the garlic is out. We'll see that at the other end of the garden. Here's the baby corn. It's pretty, I don't know, it hasn't developed as well as it should. I got it in late, and there's this big branch that shades this area shortly after noon and going into the evening, so it doesn't get the sun it should. But anyways, you can see this, the stuff that's further out in the bed, obviously gets more sun exposure, so it's further developed because the shade comes from, you can see it there. See the shade creeping this way and covers this shortly after noon. But luckily we're going to take that big branch down shortly here. So next summer, these beds will have much more sun exposure. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but, I'll take it. So, I don't know. These may still have enough time so we get some ears of corn, but I don't know. We'll find out. There's what would be the first ear of corn right there. We'll see. Wishful thinking. Got some pumpkins in amongst the corn. They're still pretty small. We'll have to see if they size up. Got some heads of Great Lakes lettuce right here. Oh, we've also got some cantaloupe down here, some more Great Lakes. There's some cantaloupe coming along. You can see, I think this one, maybe the birds got it, or mice or something. Anyways, we've got some more Great Lakes lettuce going up this bed here, which is a combination of watermelon and cantaloupe down at the far end. There's another bed of watermelon. You can see the plants and the watermelon are smaller up here because once again that shade interferes at the top of these beds here. And then as we come down the bed, we've got larger watermelon down in here. So we'll see. Those are yummy. Hopefully we get some production out of them. Oh, then we've got the normal volunteer cherry tomato that likes to sit right there. Every year we have a volunteer friend that joins us in about that spot. We've got these two beds here are the last beds that I created. I did my second planting of carrots and my second planting of beets here. You can see the beets are coming along pretty nicely. The carrots, there's some in there. I didn't get great germination, although, I was happily surprised today when I came. I've actually got better germination than I had thought, that I had seen the last couple times I came. You can see some little baby carrots in here. So, we'll see how it goes. I may even try to toss in another bed of carrots somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if I have enough time for them to mature. See, here's the beets. We've got some lettuce in the middle. I had planted more lettuce down the middle. Something's been pulling it out. I don't know what it is. Probably mice or something. Looks like they like purple lettuce, that is, because that's what they're pulling out more. Here's a bed of leeks that are coming along okay, with another volunteer tomato in the middle. Wonder what that'll be. I didn't put it there. This is my second planting of bush tomatoes. I just had, I don't know what it is, 8-10 plants left over after I had planted my first planting, which is over there, and looks a little sickly, but there's plenty of tomatoes in there, so I'm gonna do some trimming, some cleaning up in there today. See if we can prolong the life of those plants. There's still blossoms on the top, I can see, so, you know, so anyways, this is what was left over of the bush tomatoes. They're looking pretty strong and healthy. And yeah, I'm already seeing blossoms in them here, so, you know, we'll see what happens. I just didn't want to toss those plants into the compost pile. I had a bed, so I put them in. We'll see what happens. Whatever I get, I'll take. I've also got some leftover basil. This is probably cinnamon basil. I've also got some lettuce leaf basil tossed in here. What else do I got? I've also got, this is Thai basil here. I don't know if I'm showing that. Oh, and what do we got down here? This is lemon basil. Yummy. Got some okra at the end of the bed here. Starting to get crowded by the tomatoes. This is ashwagandha right here. Looks like the flea beetles like it. I don't know. Got wishful thoughts for that thing. We'll see what happens. This is holy basil right here. Looking big and beautiful, smelling awesome. Really, I think it smells like bubblegum almost, but anyways, it's a pretty sweet smell, I know that. Then this is what was just a catch-all bed at that point. I have done my, I don't know what that is, 3rd or 4th planting of radishes here. They're still a few weeks away. So we've got some kale, some Swiss chard, some more kale, chard, some more, I think this is lemon basil here. Yep, that's lemon basil. I think this is some more cinnamon basil. Yep. This is some more of that lettuce leaf basil right here. This is the mustard greens that went to seed. Then, what we've got north of us is, I think these big sprawling squashes here are the butternut squash. They like to start, you know, spreading their limbs about this time of year, and they just go crazy from here. We've got, what are these? These might be jalapenos right here. I pulled a dead cucumber plant out of here, out of this spot right here this morning. There's a few ugly little cukes off of it. And oh yeah, there we can see there's some first of the butternuts right there. Got some more cukes in here. So we've got these silver slicer cucumbers here. Got some jalapenos right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, the jalapenos are loving the heat. We've got, I believe this is probably it. That's some more jalapenos. We've got some dill mixed in. That's some celery in that bed over there. That'll be coming along here soon. Got some more cucumbers. I never really, oh, these might be, I don't know. I don't know exactly what variety this is. It might be that Adam gherkin, but anyways, looks like it might be dead. We'll give it another week or so, see if it looks like it's trying to live right here. Oh, what do we got here? There's some more jalapenos. That's cool. Got some other random cucumbers coming up the bed here. Some more okra. Also, look at this amaranth. It's looking pretty cool. That's a beautiful plant. Those are getting big. We got some okra. Look at this okra flower. That's a beautiful flower. And that okra is getting a little big. I'm gonna have to take that today. Probably should have taken it last week. Look at that amaranth. Oh, it's not the perfect time for videoing. I can't really see much because of the glare. But I think we're getting the point across, so that's the important thing. Oh, we've got my marigolds at the head of the beds as usual. There's some more okra that I'll take today. This is what was my, I don't know, I guess technically this would have been my second planting of zucchini and summer squash. There's still a couple summer squash alive down at the end of the bed there. But the bugs, vine borers, squash bugs, you know, all those guys, took them all out. This one, I left it because it looks like it might be trying to do something. But anyways, I've got replacements over on the seeding table, so I'm going to put some new ones of those in here pretty soon, if not this week, next week. Hopefully I get them in this week. As you can see, I've got some scallions lining the side of the bed here. As we travel down this bed, we're going to come to planting of peppers, and I don't see many blossoms. I did get a couple of peppers off these last week, but you know, peppers are finicky, and especially outdoors. Most of the farms that I work at grow them in. Oh, here we go. We've got some, I don't know, I think these are like, this is not what I planted, but I ate one of these last week and it's kind of a hot pepper, so I think it might be a hot banana pepper. But I planted colored bell peppers, multicolored bell peppers. So I did not mean to plant bells. I don't know if there's a mix up in the seed or what. Anyways, look at the shishitos. Those are coming in hot and heavy now, so we're gonna have shishitos on the menu here. We've got a couple more big okra plants here. Here's that first planting of bush tomatoes I was talking about. They need a pretty good haircut, but they still got life in them. I mean, you can see there's blossoms here, so I'm happy about that. That means potentially more tomatoes. Here's some summer squash that's still kicking. You can see over here the zucchini and the yellow zucchini got nailed with the bugs. Got replacements, so we'll tuck some more in. Look at those tomatoes, those are going to be yum. Oh, here comes the tomato tunnel. I obviously haven't done the pruning, trimming. Ooh, here we go. We have, holy smokes, we've got, look at that guy. That's a big old caterpillar. That is a tomato hornworm, and he's eating my tomatoes. So we're gonna have to say goodbye to him. He's pooping all over them. I'll come back to say hi to him here in a few minutes. Anyways, so these, I can't remember what variety these are. These are probably, I don't know, I'll look, figure it out. But anyways, we've got cherry tomatoes, as you can see. Here's the Malabar spinach, my volunteer, nasturtium. Just came back from one last year. We've got cherry tomatoes. Something nailed this one. I'll have to pop that puppy out. Got some sweet alyssum I planted around them. That's looking big and healthy. There's some sun golds. Looks like we got rain yesterday, so that makes them a little more susceptible to that cracking there when they get a big flush of water all at one time. Here's my scarlet runner beans coming up next to, oh, I think this is an indigo cherry. Looks like it, it's purple. And you can see the first of our early girl tomatoes of the year. That's pretty cool. I had a little lull on my green beans here. I don't know if they weren't getting, if the sprinkler wasn't hitting them quite right, or it did get really hot for a couple weeks. that combined with maybe the sprinkler not aimed quite right, maybe, you know. But anyways, I got like 3 weeks of beans and now they're not doing much of anything. I see a couple of blossoms in there, but I'm a little disappointed with the beans this year, but you know, each year has its different surprises, so luckily I've got a second planting of beans over in that direction. We'll take a look at those when we get over there. Here is what was, oh, I guess it wasn't my first planting of lettuce, but my second planting of lettuce. I'm going to, I think, probably put some more lettuce in here today. There is the first planting of beets, which is still producing. There is the first planting of carrots, which is also still producing. I'm pulling good carrots out of here each week. Let's see if we've got anything down at this end. Those are kind of tiny. But then, over here in this next row, we've got some nice cantaloupe sizing up. That's a mustard green that went to seed. There's some big dill plants. I was hoping to see some butterfly caterpillars on these because they like dill, but I'm not seeing any yet. That dill flower is kind of a neat flower. There's some parsley down there. We've got some cantaloupe mixed in. The onions, as I like to do. I like to put some ground cover in amongst the onions, you know, just let it roam. Look at these red onions. Getting big and beautiful. And we're still pulling big cabbage out of here each week. That one's coming with me this week. What else have we got in the midst here? I know there's some stevia in there somewhere. I need to get in here and do a little weeding maybe. I don't know if it's going to happen before I actually just pull the onions. That date is getting closer and closer. Let's see, I've also got some cucumbers in here. I think these are a variety I got from my buddy. These are Adam Gherkin. That's the name of the variety. Kind of fuzzy, but they're yummy. What else have we got? Look at these yellow onions. I think these are probably the Elsa Craigs. Those are monstrous. That's a big onion right there. And they're yummy. They're delicious. Kind of buttery. We got some other cucumbers in there too. There's a big cuke right there. That'll be coming with me. What else have we got amongst here? I mean, just giant onions. Got some more cucumber plants amongst the onions up here. There, yeah, there's a big cuke right there. Cool. And what else have we got over here? We've got purple cabbage. And some big beautiful calendulas. I think we're going to see when we get over to the end of the garden here, the flowers are really starting to do their thing. I think this might be the first week that I bring some flowers home with me. Put them on the table, see if my neighbors like them. Here's the purple cabbage, starting to head up. Yeah, there's a little volume to that. There's another mustard that's going to go to seed. There is my first planting of kale down the middle that I managed to save from the deer with the row cover. Still pulling some kale out of there. There's some blue curly, there's some red Russian, there's some lacinato, I think is how you pronounce that. There's some more, also known as dino kale. We've got what looks like a purslane bed here. Purslane has taken root, and you know, I've chopped it up and fought with it a little bit, but I don't know. I think it's going to just, we're going to call this a purslane slash bean bed. This is my second planting of beans here, so hopefully before too long, you can see here, it looks like it wants to be some blossoms, so hopefully before long here, we're going to have more beans coming out of this bed. As I pulled, this was originally Napa cabbage, and as I pulled the Napa cabbage out, I laid the beans in right behind it. These are mature collard greens right here. It took a little bit longer to come along, but here they are. And here's one last straggling Napa cabbage that was tiny. I think it was actually in the same seed block as a larger one that I harvested and just left that tiny one there, and it's looks like it's gonna grow to maturity. I think there's actually another one up there. Well, look at the goldfinches on the tomato trellis. Those are pretty birds. So let's take a walk over here and look at the flowers. We've got calendulas really taking off now. This is a type of zinnia here, this orange flower. These little blue ones here are, I believe, what's called a forget-me-not. And then here we've got some white and some pink and some red. Those are phlox. And then over here we've got some, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, I think it's status rose. With some flower seedlings that I got for free from a nursery, so I just figured I'd toss them in. They look like they could be a good addition to some, you know, add a small green accent, but still has a little color to some bouquets. They're not showing me anything yet that really wants to make me put them in a bouquet, but, you know, they may come along. We'll see. Oh, what are these things called? Petunias. We've got some petunias in some different spots throughout the garden. Those look pretty. We had some down at the end of the other bed. And then we've got these. Sunflowers. It's sunflower season. Look at these puppies. These things are beautiful. It's also zinnia season. Look at that zinnia. It's almost like a tan color. It's beautiful. And it looks like the Japanese beetles, I mean, I hate to jinx myself, but the Japanese beetles were over here all year, or for the first few months, and they must have moved on. So I'll take it. But they were having their way. Ooh, there's a monarch butterfly. I usually get one, at least one a year over here. Let's see if he'll open up. Show you his wings. Maybe not. You didn't know that's butterfly language. Squeaking. Anyways, look at the sunflowers. Bees are loving it. You know, pollinator heaven over here. Oh yeah, I don't know how this got here. Some of the wildlife gave me a little volunteer. I believe it's a cherry tomato. You can see the cherries in there. Oh yeah, what are these little things? These I can't remember what this is called. This is paper daisy. These are kind of cute. I don't know if they're going to amount to much. Got some more petunias up here. Look at the color of this sunflower. That's a beautiful color on that thing right there. Pretty cool. So, anyways, that's the garden at this point in the year. Color's really coming. Vegetables are kicking. Keeping our bellies full. So, anyways, that's about the gist of the garden for right now. Happy growing.